Hello everybody, welcome to the iVape local YouTube channel where we talk about e-cigarette industry best practices and things that you can do to grow your vape shop. So today I want to talk a little bit about local search engine optimization. So this is going to be very important for you as a local vape shop. You need people to find you locally. So most users or customers or would-be customers are going to be searching for you either from their desktop computer or their mobile device. So we need to make sure that your vape shop is showing up on a local search. When a user types into their phone or computer, vape shop near my city, we need to make sure that you guys are showing up because that's where you're going to get the majority of your traffic from. So we're going to talk a little bit about things that you can do to boost your local search placement. Now I know that some of you listening to this do not even have a local search placement. I search for vape shops online all the time, and all too often I see, for example, I'll search for vape shop near Denver, Colorado, and the search results are dominated by about 6 shops. But then if I go to page 2 of the Google search results, I'll see other vape shops that have a website and their website is listed there, but they're not showing up on the map-based search. So there's no letter next to their name, and then they're not placed very high on Google. They're just on the second page. And for that reason, they're losing customers to these 6 shops who have done a great job of doing their local SEO. So, that being said, the first thing that you want to do when you're starting your local search engine optimization is to place your name, address, and phone number at the footer of your website. So, if you have a developer, they should be doing this for you. But if you're managing your own website, make sure that you have your business name, your address, your telephone number in the footer. Now, to the right of your name, address, and phone number, have your hours of operation. So when the Google bot crawls your website, they're going to find a name, address, and phone number, and then also hours of operation. This tells them that you're a business that is open, that customers can go and visit. So that is key to getting yourself on Google, to get a little letter next to your name so that folks can see you on the map. So, beyond that, you have your name, address, and phone number and your hours of operation on the website. Now, another thing that needs to be done in order to tell Google what type of business you are is you need to make it very clear in the text of your website. So on your home page, you should have something that says, "We are a vape shop servicing Denver, Colorado. We offer e-cigarettes, mechanical mods, premium e-liquids," or whatever you're offering. But what you need to do is let Google know what type of business you are, and then list categories of products that you carry. So again, when the Google bot crawls your website, they're going to see, hey, this is a vape shop in Denver, Colorado. Here's their address and phone number, and here's their hours of operation. Maybe I should display this to a user who is searching for a vape shop near Denver, Colorado. That's very basic. Simply having that on your website is probably not going to get you ranked in a large market. Now, maybe if you're in a very small town, and maybe there's only 1 or 2 stores in that city, then yeah, you could probably, maybe make it or get by with simply placing that on your website. But, if you're in a competitive market, you're going to need to do a little bit better than that. So the next thing that you should be doing is you need to be listing your business in local directories. So the web is full of directories for businesses. I mean, I don't know how many there are, but I would say that there are millions. Well, maybe not millions. There's a lot of local directories. For example, Yelp is a local directory. They're probably the most popular. So we'll talk about Yelp here in a second, but by listing your business in local directories, you're indicating to search engines that, hey, I'm a business, I'm listed in all these places, and maybe you should display my name in a search result. So when you're making a listing in a local directory, you need to make sure that your name, address, and phone number is typed exactly the same way that it is on your website. And this is very crucial. Make sure that everything is consistent, the information is exactly the same, and that it's typed in the same fashion. So there are a lot of e-cigarette directories. Now these are great because what you get out of an e-cigarette directory is not only do you get your name, address, and phone number listed in a local citation, but you get a link. Oftentimes you can link your website to the e-cigarette directory, or they'll put a link to your website in your listing. And this is huge because this shows Google that you have a link, another website is linking to your website, and you're in the same industry. It's contextual. You guys are in the same business. So now if you have a link from a pet sitting website to your website, Google's going to look at that and probably think that you're trying to be shady and build links and beat the system. So you don't want a lot of just bogus links. You want links from other e-cigarette related websites. So local e-cigarette directories are great ways to get local citations and to also get relevant backlinks. Now Yelp is the biggest local directory. They're huge, and you should definitely have a Yelp listing. Again, we want to make sure that your name, address, and phone number is consistent and it's written the same way on Yelp as it is on your website. And Yelp will also give you a link. It allows people to review your vape shop. So Yelp is great. Definitely take advantage of Yelp. Max out your Yelp listing with lots of content, and they'll try to sell you advertising, and frankly, if you have some money to spend, maybe you should buy it, but you don't need that. You just need the free features that they give you are more than enough to do what you need to do with your Yelp listing. So Google also has a thing called Google My Business, and all this is it's part of Webmaster Tools and Google Analytics. But what we're talking about today is your Google Plus page for your business. So Google Plus is basically Google's version of Facebook. They don't have as many users as Facebook, but they're still a decent social network. They're still they're important. It's not like MySpace. MySpace has kind of gone the way of the dinosaur. But G Plus is up there, and you certainly want to make sure that you have a Google Plus page for your business. But more importantly, you want to make sure that your Google Plus page for your business has content on it. So you need to be writing on your Google Plus page in the description section that we are a vape shop servicing Denver, Colorado, and we sell e-liquids, mechanical mods, juices, whatever it is you sell. You need to make sure you have that on your Google Plus page for your business. And also make sure that your Google Plus page is linking back to your web page. And that's very important. Very, very, very important. Again, name, address, and phone number needs to be consistent. And try to be active on Google Plus. Share some things. If you have a blog and you're writing articles and creating content, share that content. Even if nobody's in your circles, eventually people will start to follow you. But, even if nobody's following you, you do still want to share content. If you put a new product on your website, make sure that that product gets shared on Google Plus. So Google Plus is a big deal, and you should definitely be using it. Facebook, everybody knows what Facebook is. You're probably using it already, and chances are you already have a business page for your Facebook. A lot of people will use Facebook before they even use a website because it's free, it's easy. But again, make sure that on your Facebook page, your name, address, and phone number is consistent with your website and all the other places where your business is listed. In the About section, definitely write a little blurb about your business, saying that you are a vape shop in whatever city that you're in, and that you sell e-liquids and other vape-related items. And then the last thing I want to touch on briefly are reviews. So if you Google vape shop in your city, you're going to see some vape shops pop up with the letter next to them indicating they have a Google Maps listing, but some of them might have a certain number of stars. So they might have 4.5 out of 5 stars for their review. So there's no way that you can add that stuff. Google has to decide that it wants to display that content, meaning the rating, to the user. So Google determines whether or not that's something that needs to be shown. One way that you can get Google to show those ratings is to get people to review your business on Google, get them to rate you based on how many stars they feel that you've earned, and get people to rate you on other websites. So on Yelp, you should encourage your users to rate your business on there. Facebook, same thing. Mainly though, Google Plus, just get people to go in there and review your business. And what you'll find is that over time, Google will start to display your rating. So, very important. But if you follow these steps, and you can probably knock a lot of this stuff out in one afternoon. Now, Google will want to send you a postcard when you register your business. So they need to verify that you are an actual business. So they're going to send you out a postcard and ask you to enter a code. And it takes about a week for that to happen. But once you complete that process, that's when you'll start to see things really pick up. But in the meantime, just, making sure that on your homepage of your website, it's very clear what type of business you are. I see a lot of websites with really great graphics and, sliders and things like that. But they leave out, important things like we are a vape shop, or we sell e-cigarettes, or Joe's Vape Shop is the #1 e-cigarette retailer in Texas, whatever it may be. But because Google's bot can't see, they can't look at pictures. So in your text, you just need to be clearly defining what you are and where you are, and how often your store is open and what you're selling. That will help you tremendously. Google recently changed its algorithm to give preference to local businesses. So from now on, if I get on my phone and I type in the words vape shop into Google Chrome, or if I'm using Google as my default search provider, instead of various websites showing up, preference is being given to local businesses. So on my iPhone, if I type in vape shop or vape shop near me or something along those lines, Google will know where I am, kind of have a general idea of the area that I'm in, and they will display search results that are close to me. But I could be standing right next to your vape shop, and if you have not registered your business with Google, you're not going to show up. It doesn't matter how close you are. If you're not registered with Google and you're not active, if you don't have an active Google Plus page for your business, there's a very good chance that you will not show up. So we hope you enjoyed these tips and tricks. If you need help with this stuff, send us an email. info@ivapelocal.com, or you can visit our website at ivapelocal.com, or read our blog. Our blog is full of tutorials and guides and things, things that relate to marketing your e-cigarette business. So that is ivapelocal.com/blog. You can read some great content about how you can grow your vape shop. So if you have a question, leave it in the comment box below, and subscribe to our channel for updates in the future. And thank you for joining us, and we'll see you later.